Hi, everybody, on a wet Sunday. So far, today, kind of what we expected yesterday. I really thought we'd probably, at least at some point, get a little bit of sunshine like we did on Friday. We did not. And by the way, with that cloudy sky that we had all day of Saturday, the high temperature out of PDX was only 44 degrees. Pretty sure that's the coldest afternoon temp that we've had so far this year. Okay, we've got the rain out there right now. I want to focus on some outlook work that I did earlier this morning for the upcoming month of December. So on the left, this is a 30-day upper flow pattern anomaly map. And basically what it shows, and you may have seen this headline on your social media feeds, cold trough digging across the Midwest into the Great Lakes. Now, some models show this cold trough not as deep, a little bit farther east, but every model shows an outbreak of cold Canadian air just dropping down across much of the country at times in the month of December. Now, the question for us locally is, will we feed off the backside of these cold air shoots that come down out of Canada, or will we kind of grab on to moderation with the ridge out to sea and warmer Pacific air coming in? And that's what we kind of grab onto, and somehow we miss the really cold stuff. So that is uncertain. Um, the models that came out yesterday, last night, and early this morning, and it's already changed. So that's why I tell you these are the models last night, early this morning, show that we start December as early as basically Sunday of next week into a week from tomorrow, that following Monday, with the first shot of cold air coming out of Canada dropping across the Rockies. And this shows the air mass of 5,000 feet spilling cold air into much of eastern Washington and Oregon that would ignite a gusty cold air advection east wind shooting through the Columbia River Gorge, and potentially set up some of the coldest weather, the coldest we've seen so far this winter season. So all of a sudden, lots of things to look at. I do want to hold on. Let me get this map where I can grab it. Okay. So that was the European upper flow pattern I showed you, but the American models show pretty much identical numbers and flow pattern. And again, the model is pretty much identical to the temperature outlooks over the coming 30 days, starting tomorrow through December 24th. In green, this is that cold shoot of Canadian air down across the upper Rockies, the northern plain states of the Dakotas. And really, notice in blue, except for Florida, nearly all of the U.S. expecting to be below normal temperature wise for the 30-day period starting tomorrow. Now, the white shade is normal. And if you look at this, this projects all of Washington to be colder than normal for the most part for December, but it shows much of Oregon potentially closer to normal. So we're kind of in that normal to cold pattern. I talked about this earlier that there are no signs we're going to have a mild December. Last year we were 3 degrees warmer than normal for December, and it really led to not a whole lot of, well, it led to no valley snow chance until we got past the first of the year. That's what I'm trying to say. So this time around, I don't see us being above normal. I see us normal to odds favoring us being about a degree below normal, which is what I had in October in my winter outlook, Rod's winter outlook, which you can still find on this YouTube channel if you search for it. Okay. So just kind of setting this table that maybe it's been a really warm December. I mean, excuse me, November. This current month of November has been crazy warm. It really has been. Maybe it's a complete flip flop for the month of December upcoming. All right. So, more on that coming up. Here's what's going on this afternoon. Again, I'm Rod Hill coming to you from Vancouver. This shows mainly light rain in the area. It's kind of patchy until you get out into the gorge and down around Salem and up into the Cascades. There's not a lot of measurable precipitation left today. Some, but not a ton. You can see if you follow my cursor, I made it bigger so it's easier to find. There's Portland right here. See the solid cloud covered, deep cloud depth, by the way, back to our west. Here's the front that's coming in. It's going to slowly push across our area. So we potentially kind of hold on to some patchy drizzle or really light rain at times for the remainder of today. The upper trough back here has still got to come through. We're going to hold on to a scattered shower chance tonight, hold on to a scattered shower chance on Monday. And then what was a dry Tuesday with a soaker of a Wednesday. Remember, I talked about a soaker of a Wednesday with high snow levels, maybe around 6,000 feet. Well, the update is that this fetch of rain could be here as early as Tuesday afternoon. And then it would be raining all of Tuesday night. It still looks like Wednesday's a really rainy day. Update on the snow level, still has a snow level Wednesday at about 6,000 feet. So for folks traveling the day before Thanksgiving, it's just all rain over the Cascade passes. In fact, up there right now, 36 at Timberline's been rain, 43 Meadows, 40 Ski Bowl. I do believe that snow levels will lower overnight tonight. They could drop as low as 2,000 feet, by the way, Monday morning. The question is, that's obviously below Cascade passes. The question is, will we have enough snow shower activity in the mountains to impact travel and or to cover the ground in white? Not sure if we do or not. We could. This shows a low tonight up in the mountains of 26 degrees. That would, excuse me, 33. That was this morning, 26 today, 41. This shows around freezing in the morning and then staying around freezing throughout the day. So that would confirm the low snow level well below Cascade passes. Again, is it enough snow to really bother traveling? Not sure because it's going to be scattered. Check conditions before you travel. You can do that. I have all the pass cameras down here on my and 43 at Government Camp right now. This is my Mount Hood weather ski forecast page brought to you by Hillcrest Ski and Boarding Sports Shop in Gresham. So check that out before you travel. All right, here's what we're looking at as far as rain the rest of today. This is this afternoon at 4 p.m. This is the American GFS Future Radar product. This is just some light rain. So and that moves out. It's like hours of nothing to some scattered showers Monday. But that was Monday. I mean, literally a few showers. Lots of dry time, I think, on Monday. Here's Tuesday morning. It was going to be a completely dry day. Now it's not. Here's rain offshore early Tuesday morning. This has a rolling into Portland around the noon hour. And then this is a warm front. So remember, warm fronts typically bring kind of large bubbles of steady, prolonged periods of rainfall. Not scattered, not heavy rain, typically just hours and hours of widespread steady rain. So that's what sets up Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night. And then here we are into Wednesday. Now, Wednesday, the trailing front is still offshore looking to come in. There's actually another wave of some warmer air. This shows that there was some dry time on Wednesday. Let me back that up. We know Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, solid rain. Here's Wednesday morning. Could still be solid rain. And then later in the day, Wednesday into Wednesday night, a bit of a break. Here's Thanksgiving Day, scattered showers, but in the valley, it doesn't show a lot. It does show, could be some periods of steady rain along the coast. And then late in the day, it comes in. I think ultimately, the only thing we know right now is that bubble of steady warm air with high snow levels shooting all the way up to 6,000 feet, Tuesday p.m. through Wednesday. Thursday, ongoing shower chance, yes. I've got Thanksgiving snow levels at about 5,000 feet. Friday, scattered shower chances, yes. But all of a sudden, Friday doesn't look that wet. So we'll see how the shower pattern works out once we get into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week. Here's the way it looks on the upper flow pattern. This is the European model. This is the upper trough that keeps our shower chances alive on Monday. But again, not a lot. Here's the warm ridging. Now we know there's some rain coming in with this, but that's warm ridging on Tuesday. Rain, warm pattern, 6,000 feet snow levels into Wednesday, still warm. Here's a little wave on Thursday, which brings us some scattered showers, but nothing cold. And then Friday, there's a trough that comes in and gives us some rain. Ultimately, I think the amount of rain once we get past Thanksgiving Day, which is just some scattered showers, Friday, Saturday, and the weekend is kind of uncertain. Now, this is interesting because it shows this is a week from, I'm sorry, let me play it into Sunday. Okay, here we go. This is a week from today. This is Sunday of next week. This is the final day of November. Really cold air down across California, Nevada. But we kind of moderate off of this ridge. So, there were signs that we'd be really cold the first handful of days of December, but maybe not. Now the models are backing off on that. There's the next shot of cold air missing us and going across the upper Midwest into the Great Lakes. Here's a fairly deep trough. This is Friday, December 5th. Here's a deeper one coming in. This is 2 weeks from today, Sunday, December 7th. And if you look at this, this is this blue contour, 540 height. That's roughly the 2,000 foot snow level. So that's cold weather. Again, that's Sunday, December 7th. And then there's a trailer, if I back this up, that's going to be coming in around the 10th. So bottom line is there are this many signs of a December that's colder than normal, and really no signs that's going to be warmer than normal. And I think that flow pattern illustrates that. So this is good news, of course, for skiers and boarders because we're not going to have much of anything on the ground Thanksgiving weekend. But maybe once we get into December, we'll gradually, slowly start to build the true snowpack in the Cascades, and that will propel us into maybe resorts opening up mid-December and then having nice bases for the holidays for Christmas and New Year. So we'll see. Here we are at 12 noon, only 35 degrees down in Medford. Is that right? 36 degrees down in Medford. Wow, chilly. 51 today, though. It's giving you a nice afternoon warm up. We'll see. There's the rain chances building Wednesday into Thanksgiving Day. And again, the rain precip forecast ultimately uncertain Friday into Saturday. Um, let me show you Bend. And I want to see how warm it is midweek. Yeah, look at Bend midweek. That's that rain coming in, 55 degrees. That's Thanksgiving 56. Forget about these lows. Clearly, there's no significant snow chance going into the Thanksgiving Day weekend for the Cascades. Really warm stuff. Okay. But that changes the back half of the week. There's a colder 46 degrees on Saturday and maybe some low snow levels on Sunday, but is there going to be any precipitation? That ultimately is uncertain right now. Okay, here's Eugene. 51 tomorrow. There's a shower chance, I think, but obviously it's mainly dry. Tuesday, rain picks up in the afternoon. There's the really wet Wednesday, and then at least showers at times in the Thanksgiving Day. And again, very warm, mid 50s on Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day. All right, what about Seattle? They've got that system bringing more. We get scattered showers on Monday. Seattle's going to be quite a bit wetter. And then there's the rain picking up PM Tuesday, the really rainy Wednesday, and a rainy Thanksgiving Day, even up in Seattle, 50 Wednesday, 53 Thursday. Okay. All right. Here is Salem. Again, I'm focusing right now on the rain coming in Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day. Really warm, 54, 54. Okay. All right. Again, you can get your forecast on this map. You just have to do what I'm doing. Here's North Bend's forecast. There's the rainy Wednesday, the rainy Thanksgiving Day, even along the coast, 57 degrees. Yeah. Okay. All right. Portland 7 day. Here we go. So showers are just kind of misty weather the remainder of today. And then tomorrow, a pretty dry Monday, actually. Sun breaks, a few scattered showers, not many, 39 to 49. Tuesday could start off foggy, and we could have rain by noon, and that will hold us at about 46 for a high. And then notice we don't really cool off Tuesday night because a warm front's coming in. So 46 Tuesday afternoon. And then that night holds at 43. And then with a rainy Wednesday, we're up into the 50s. And then Thanksgiving Day with showers is 47 to 54. Again, very mild. Now, we will be cooling down certainly on the following Sunday. So the back half of the weekend, we'll have to look for potential snow showers over the Cascades. But that's your update for now. I'm really interested to follow along December's pattern and keep you updated, see if we get any valley snow or ice opportunities. I think we might. I'm Rod Hill. I'll talk to you soon.